Hello, and welcome to Cosmic Sleep Stories. Tonight, we'll drift into a tranquil journey through the cosmos and beyond, exploring 100 gentle, sleep-inducing facts that will carry you softly into the night. Beneath the surface of our world lies a realm of endless wonder, a liquid universe that stretches across most of our planet's embrace. This is the ocean, a place of mystery and beauty, where secrets rest in silence and life flourishes in forms beyond imagination. From ancient treasures sleeping in the deep to creatures that shimmer with their own inner light, the ocean holds stories both soothing and sublime. So settle in, let your breath slow like the gentle rhythm of waves, and allow your mind to drift like a leaf upon the water as we explore the peaceful mysteries of Earth's greatest sanctuary. Whether you seek rest, wonder, or simply a pathway to dreams, these calming truths will guide you softly into the embrace of sleep. Let us begin. Beneath the waves rest more fragments of history than upon all the land. When we think of ancient times, we often picture ruins standing against the sky, weathered stones holding memories of civilizations long past. Yet the ocean cradles far more treasures than all the museums and archaeological sites above water combined. Over countless generations, vessels have slipped beneath the surface, coastal settlements have been claimed by rising tides, and entire communities have vanished into the blue depths. These underwater sanctuaries preserve fragments of the past in remarkable ways, the cool darkness and gentle stillness protecting them from decay. Among these hidden chronicles are the remnants of Roman trading ships and the ghostly outline of Pavlopetri near Greece, one of the most ancient submerged settlements ever discovered. Modern explorers now use gentle mapping technologies and quiet underwater vessels to reveal these sleeping time capsules, uncovering vast chapters of human memory that have rested undisturbed for ages beyond counting beneath the tranquil waves. Certain jellyfish drift through existence without ever facing the end, while most living beings move through the cycle of youth, maturity, and eventual rest. Particular species of jellyfish have discovered something extraordinary, a way to slip backward through time itself. The most remarkable example is Turritopsis dawni, sometimes called the eternal jellyfish. When this delicate creature encounters difficulty, strain, or the weight of years, it can transform its very essence back to an earlier stage, essentially beginning its journey anew. This process, a kind of cellular rebirth, allows the jellyfish to return to its juvenile polyp form before blossoming once more into adulthood. Because this gentle cycle can continue without limit, these jellyfish possess the potential for endless renewal, continuing their peaceful drift through the waters unless illness or predators intervene. This ability whispers new questions about the nature of time and transformation, fascinating those who study the mysteries of cellular renewal. Many fish carry within them the ability to shift their form as life unfolds. In numerous fish species, individuals possess a remarkable flexibility, the capacity to transition from one form to another during their lifetime. This phenomenon, known as changing roles, allows a fish to transform based on the needs of their community or the whispers of their environment. For instance, clownfish begin their existence in one form and may gently shift to another if the leading member of their family circle departs. In contrast, certain groupers start their journey in one way and later drift into another expression of themselves. This adaptability ensures that life continues smoothly and maintains balance within their schools. It also reveals the beautiful flexibility of ocean life, adapting gracefully to the ever-changing conditions of their watery home. The grandest mountain ranges in all the world rest hidden beneath the surface. Below the rolling waves exists a landscape shaped by vast ridges that stretch far beyond any peaks found on dry land. The mid-ocean ridges, for instance, form an unbroken chain that circles the entire globe, extending across distances that dwarf the Andes or the Himalayas. These underwater mountains are places where the Earth's crust quietly renews itself, where tectonic plates drift apart in a slow, ancient dance. They influence the gentle flow of currents, shape the homes of countless creatures, and remind us of the dynamic forces quietly sculpting our planet beneath the peaceful surface of the sea. Certain marine algae grow with astonishing swiftness, reaching upward toward the light. Particular species of ocean plants, especially the towering kelp, can grow at rates that seem almost dreamlike, sometimes extending beyond the length of a tall person in a single turning of the sun. This remarkable growth allows kelp forests to develop into dense underwater sanctuaries that shelter thousands of marine species. The graceful kelp stalks provide refuge, nourishment, and nursery grounds for fish, invertebrates, and marine mammals alike. These forests also play a meaningful role in absorbing carbon from the water, making them important guardians of marine health and climate balance. The ocean holds within its depths more gold than all the treasures ever extracted from the earth. It may sound like a tale from ancient legend, but the world's seas contain vast amounts of dissolved gold, more than all the precious metal ever gathered by human hands. This gold is spread so thinly throughout the water that it remains invisible, just the faintest whisper of presence, making it impossible to gather with current methods. The gold enters the oceans through the gentle flow of rivers, underwater volcanic warmth, and hydrothermal springs, continuously cycling through marine systems. Occasionally, gold settles near certain underwater mineral formations, sparking quiet interest in future possibilities as technology advances. For now, this immense sea of gold remains a silent and hidden treasure, reminding us of the ocean's boundless and largely untapped richness. The deepest reaches of the ocean extend further down than the highest mountains reach up. The Mariana Trench, resting in the western Pacific, is the deepest known point in all the world's seas. Its lowest area, known as Challenger Deep, descends to depths that dwarf the tallest peaks on land. To put this in perspective, if the highest mountain on Earth were placed at the bottom of this trench, its summit would still rest far beneath the surface. The immense weight of water at this depth creates conditions where only specially adapted organisms can exist. Despite the remoteness and challenging nature of this realm, expeditions have discovered unique forms of life thriving in this abyssal sanctuary, challenging what we understand about resilience and survival. More than most of the ocean remains a mystery, unexplored and unmapped. Even though the ocean covers the greater part of Earth's surface, scientists estimate that the vast majority of it remains unexplored and unmapped. This immense unexplored territory includes deep valleys, underwater mountain chains, and vast plains that remain mysterious and little understood. Advances in technology, like remotely operated vessels, autonomous underwater explorers, and sophisticated mapping systems, have begun to gently reveal the ocean's secrets, discovering new species and geological wonders regularly, the ocean remains one of our planet's last great frontiers, holding countless unknowns that may reshape our understanding of life, geology, and climate in the years ahead. Sea otters use simple stones as tools to access their meals. Sea otters are among the rare animals that employ tools in nature, and their favorite implement is an ordinary rock. These clever mammals dive to the seafloor to gather shellfish like clams, sea urchins, and mussels. To open these protective shells, they bring a stone with them or use a rock resting on the ocean floor as a surface. By gently tapping or pressing their meal against the rock, sea otters can reach the nourishing flesh within. This tool use requires skill and learning, often passed tenderly from mother to pup, demonstrating surprising wisdom and tradition in these marine mammals. More species call the ocean home than inhabit all the land. The ocean is the most biologically diverse habitat on Earth, with scientists believing it hosts countless more species than those found above water. From microscopic drifting organisms to the largest whales, the ocean's diversity spans innumerable ecosystems, including coral gardens, kelp sanctuaries, deep-sea thermal springs, and polar ice edges. Many marine species remain undiscovered, especially in the deep waters and remote regions, making the ocean a vast and largely unexplored treasury of life. This richness supports intricate webs of existence and plays a vital role in global ecological harmony. The ocean's coral reefs stand among the most diverse ecosystems in all the world. Coral reefs cover less than a small fraction of the ocean floor, but support roughly a quarter of all marine species, earning them the affectionate name of underwater rainforests. These vibrant ecosystems are built by tiny coral polyps that create calcium structures, forming intricate architectures that provide food, shelter, and breeding grounds for countless fish, invertebrates, and algae. Coral reefs are essential for maintaining marine diversity and protecting coastlines from erosion and storms. However, they are highly sensitive to environmental changes such as warming waters and shifting ocean chemistry, making their preservation a matter of global importance. Underwater volcanoes create new land and shape ocean chemistry. The ocean floor is dotted with thousands of underwater volcanoes, many found along the edges of tectonic plates. These submarine volcanoes continuously release molten rock that cools swiftly to form new crust. Over time, these gentle eruptions build underwater mountains and islands, reshaping the ocean landscape. Beyond creating land, volcanic activity releases minerals and warmth into the water, which influence ocean chemistry and support remarkable ecosystems. Hydrothermal vents near these volcanoes host extraordinary forms of life that rely on Earth's inner warmth rather than sunlight, revealing a hidden world of life flourishing in unique conditions. The ocean's thermohaline circulation acts like a vast, gentle conveyor of warmth. Thermohaline circulation is an immense, slow-moving ocean current system driven by differences in water temperature and salt content. Warm, salty surface water flows from the tropics toward the poles, where it cools, becomes denser, and settles deep into the ocean. This cool water then travels along the ocean floor back toward the equator in a global loop, often called the Great Conveyor. This circulation helps distribute warmth and nourishment around the planet, playing a vital role in regulating climate and supporting marine ecosystems. Changes to this system could have meaningful impacts on global weather and ocean well-being. Many deep-sea creatures can produce their own gentle light. In the dark depths of the ocean, where sunlight never reaches, numerous creatures have developed the ability to create their own luminescence through natural processes. This inner glow is created by chemical reactions within their bodies and serves various purposes, such as attracting food, communicating with others, or creating camouflage. For example, the anglerfish uses a glowing lure to draw in unsuspecting prey, while certain squid and jellyfish use light to confuse predators. This bioluminescence is widespread in the deep sea and represents one of the ocean's most enchanting adaptations to profound darkness. The ocean is home to animals larger than any creature from ancient times. The blue whale is the largest animal known to have ever graced our Earth. These gentle giants can grow to lengths that seem almost impossible and weigh as much as entire herds of elephants. Despite their massive presence, blue whales feed almost exclusively on tiny shrimp-like creatures called krill, consuming vast amounts during feeding seasons. Their enormous hearts are the size of small vehicles, and their calls can be heard across immense distances underwater. Blue whales are a majestic reminder of the ocean's vastness and the extraordinary scale of life it embraces. The ocean's saltiness varies across different waters. Ocean water isn't equally salty throughout its expanse. Salinity, the concentration of dissolved minerals, changes depending on location, temperature, evaporation, and the inflow of fresh water. For instance, the Red Sea is among the saltiest waters due to high evaporation and limited rainfall, while the Baltic Sea has lower salinity because it receives generous amounts of river water. These differences in saltiness affect water density, currents, and the distribution of marine life. Salinity also plays an important role in regulating ocean circulation and climate patterns across the world. Some coral reefs have grown continuously for ages beyond counting. Coral reefs are among the most ancient living structures on Earth, with certain reefs growing without interruption for time spans that stretch back beyond human memory. These ancient reefs have endured massive shifts in sea levels, climate, and ocean chemistry. They form the foundation of vibrant ecosystems that support a quarter of all marine species. The longevity and intricacy of these reefs make them vital for biodiversity, fisheries, and coastal protection. However, modern challenges like warming waters and pollution place these ancient ecosystems at serious risk, highlighting the importance of conservation efforts. The ocean is home to the largest living structure our planet has ever known. The Great Barrier Reef, stretching along the coast of Australia, is the largest living structure in all the world. Built by countless tiny coral polyps over thousands of years, this reef system supports an astounding variety of life, including thousands of species of fish, corals, and marine mammals. Its vast size is so impressive that it can be seen from the heavens above. The reef not only provides essential habitat for marine life, but also protects coastlines from erosion and supports local communities. Despite its significance, the reef faces serious challenges from climate shifts, coral bleaching, and pollution, making its protection a priority for all humanity. The deep sea forms the largest habitat on Earth by volume. While the ocean surface covers most of our planet, the deep sea, those areas below where light fades, makes up the largest habitat on Earth by volume, encompassing more than half the planet's surface and containing the vast majority of the ocean's water. This dark, cool, high-pressure environment is home to countless unique creatures adapted to remarkable conditions. Despite its vastness, the deep sea remains one of the least explored places on Earth, with many species still unknown to us. Understanding this habitat is essential to uncovering the full diversity of life on our world. The ocean's dead zones are regions where oxygen has grown scarce. Dead zones are areas in the ocean where oxygen levels have dropped so low that most marine life cannot survive. These hypoxic regions are often caused by nutrient runoff from rivers and agricultural areas, which fuel algae blooms. When the algae complete their life cycle and decompose, oxygen in the water is consumed, creating inhospitable conditions. Dead zones can devastate local fisheries and disrupt ecosystems. They have been increasing in number and size worldwide, posing a significant challenge to ocean health and human communities that rely on the sea's bounty. Hydrothermal vents support remarkable ecosystems powered by Earth's warmth instead of sunlight. Hydrothermal vents are underwater geysers found near volcanic activity on the ocean floor. These vents release mineral-rich, superheated water that supports extraordinary ecosystems without any sunlight. Instead of photosynthesis, organisms near vents rely on chemosynthesis, where bacteria transform chemicals like hydrogen sulfide into energy. These bacteria form the foundation of the food chain, supporting tube worms, giant clams, and unusual fish adapted to these distinctive environments. Hydrothermal vent ecosystems challenge traditional ideas about the conditions necessary for life to flourish. The sperm whale carries the largest brain of any animal in existence. Among all creatures on Earth, the sperm whale possesses the largest brain by mass, a remarkable organ that supports intricate behaviors such as deep diving, sophisticated vocal communication, and complex social structures. Sperm whales can descend to astonishing depths to hunt squid, using echolocation to navigate and locate prey in the dark ocean realms. Their intelligence and elaborate societies make them fascinating subjects for understanding marine mammal awareness and the evolution of large brains. Ocean waves can travel immense distances across the sea without losing their energy. Ocean waves, created by wind moving across the water's surface, can journey vast distances, sometimes crossing entire ocean basins without losing much of their gentle power. These waves carry the energy of distant storms far from their origin, reaching remote shores and shaping coastlines. Swell waves from Pacific storms can be felt as far away as Hawaii or the coasts of California, demonstrating the incredible reach of ocean energy. This long-distance wave travel influences marine navigation, surfing conditions, and even the distribution of nutrients in coastal waters. The ocean absorbs a significant portion of carbon dioxide produced by human activities. The ocean acts as a major carbon reservoir by absorbing a considerable amount of the carbon dioxide released by human activities like burning fossil fuels. This absorption helps slow global warming, but leads to chemical changes in seawater, a process called ocean acidification. Acidification can affect marine life, particularly organisms that build shells or skeletons from calcium carbonate, such as corals and shellfish. Scientists are studying how ongoing carbon uptake influences ocean ecosystems and what it means for the planet's climate future. The ocean holds far more carbon than the atmosphere. The ocean stores an astonishing amount of carbon, many times more than what is found in Earth's atmosphere. This vast reservoir plays a crucial role in regulating the global climate. Marine plants like phytoplankton absorb carbon dioxide through photosynthesis, and when these organisms complete their life cycles, their carbon-rich bodies sink to the seafloor, trapping carbon for extended periods. This storage mechanism helps balance carbon levels, but is also affected by environmental changes that can impact ocean health and climate regulation. The ocean's phytoplankton population experiences seasonal blooms visible from the heavens. Phytoplankton populations in the ocean undergo dramatic seasonal blooms that are so extensive they can be observed from space. These tiny marine plants multiply rapidly when conditions such as sunlight and nutrient availability are favorable. Blooms fuel the marine food web, supporting fish, whales, and other sea life. However, some blooms can become concerning, producing substances that affect marine animals and humans. Satellites monitor these patterns to track ocean health and ecosystem changes on a global scale. Mangrove forests protect coastlines and serve as powerful carbon reservoirs. Mangrove forests grow along tropical coastlines and provide essential protection against erosion, storm surges, and rising sea levels. Their complex root systems stabilize sediments and reduce the impact of waves during storms. Mangroves also act as powerful carbon sinks, storing large amounts of carbon in their wood and soil, often much more than terrestrial forests per area. These ecosystems support rich biodiversity, including fish nurseries and bird habitats, making them essential for coastal health and climate balance. The ocean's deep trenches are among the least explored places on our planet. The deep trenches of the ocean, such as the Mariana Trench and Tonga Trench, represent some of the most mysterious and least explored environments on Earth. These narrow, deep valleys plunge thousands of meters below the surface and remain largely inaccessible due to their immense pressure and darkness. Despite challenging conditions, scientists have discovered unique creatures adapted to this environment. Exploring these trenches helps us understand the limits of life and Earth's geology, but much remains unknown about these underwater abysses. The blob is a vast patch of warmer water influencing Pacific Ocean weather patterns. The blob is an enormous area of unusually warm water that appeared in the Pacific Ocean in recent years. This warm patch stretches over vast distances and can disrupt marine ecosystems by altering currents and affecting sea life behavior. It has been linked to unusual weather patterns on the west coast of North America, including droughts and changes in fish migration. The blob highlights how variations in ocean temperature can have wide-reaching impacts on climate and ecosystems. The ocean can generate energy through tidal power and wave energy. The ocean is a vast source of renewable energy, with tides and waves offering promising ways to generate electricity. Tidal power harnesses the predictable rise and fall of ocean tides caused by the moon's gentle pull, using underwater turbines to convert this motion into energy. Wave energy captures the rhythmic movement of the sea surface to power generators. These technologies have the potential to provide clean energy to coastal communities while reducing reliance on fossil fuels, though challenges remain in scaling and environmental considerations. Bioluminescent algae create the phenomenon called sea sparkle. Sea sparkle is a magical phenomenon caused by bioluminescent algae, tiny marine organisms that emit light when gently disturbed. At night, waves or movement in the water can trigger these algae to glow with a soft blue-green light, creating sparkling effects along shorelines. This natural light show not only captivates observers, but also serves ecological functions, such as deterring predators or attracting companions. Sea sparkle can be seen in coastal waters around the world, offering a glimpse into the ocean's glowing life. The ocean's microplastics are widespread and impact marine life at all levels. Microplastics, tiny plastic particles smaller than a grain of rice, are now found throughout the ocean, from surface waters to deep sea sediments. These particles come from sources like broken down plastic waste, synthetic clothing fibers, and personal care products. Microplastics can be consumed by marine animals of all sizes, from plankton to whales, causing physical concern and introducing unwanted substances into food webs. The widespread presence of microplastics poses a growing challenge to ocean health and the safety of seafood consumed by humans. The ocean produces more than half of the world's oxygen. Although forests often receive credit for producing oxygen, the ocean actually generates more than half of the oxygen we breathe. This vital role is mainly carried out by microscopic plants called phytoplankton. These tiny organisms use sunlight to convert carbon dioxide into oxygen through photosynthesis. Despite their small size, phytoplankton are incredibly abundant, forming the foundation of the marine food web and supporting life on Earth. Without their constant production of oxygen, the planet's atmosphere and ecosystems would be very different. The ocean's currents help regulate global climate. Ocean currents act like massive conveyor belts, moving warmth and nutrients around the world's seas. These currents help balance the climate by transporting warm water from the equator toward the poles and cool water back toward the tropics. For example, the Gulf Stream carries warm Caribbean waters across the Atlantic to Western Europe, keeping its climate gentler than other regions at similar latitudes. Changes in these currents can influence weather patterns worldwide, sometimes causing shifts like droughts or cool periods. The ocean has its own weather systems, including underwater vortices. Just like the atmosphere, the ocean experiences dynamic weather systems beneath its surface. One fascinating phenomenon is underwater vortices, swirling masses of water that form when currents meet or flow around obstacles, creating rotating water columns that can stretch for great distances. Vortices influence marine life by mixing nutrients, redistributing warmth, and shaping habitats. They play a significant role in ocean circulation and the distribution of organisms, making the underwater world as lively and intricate as the sky above. The ocean's abyssal plains are among the flattest places on Earth. Far beneath the waves, the ocean floor features vast flat regions known as abyssal plains. These areas can extend for thousands of square kilometers and are among the flattest surfaces on the planet. Formed by the gradual settling of fine sediments over immense time spans, abyssal plains lie at depths between 3,000 and 6,000 meters. Despite the darkness and immense pressure, these plains support diverse communities of animals adapted to life in this remote environment. Abyssal plains play a crucial role in Earth's geology and ocean ecosystems. The ocean's ice sheets influence global sea levels and ocean currents. The massive ice sheets covering parts of Antarctica and Greenland hold enough frozen water to meaningfully influence global sea levels. When these ice sheets melt or grow, they cause sea levels to shift, impacting coastal regions worldwide. In addition, fresh water from melting ice can affect ocean currents by altering the salinity and density of seawater. These changes can disrupt climate systems, marine ecosystems, and weather patterns, highlighting the interconnectedness of polar ice and the ocean's health. Some sharks can detect electrical fields produced by other animals. Certain species of sharks have a remarkable ability to sense the faint electrical fields generated by the muscle movements of other animals. This sense, called electroreception, allows sharks to locate prey hidden beneath sand or murky water, even when visibility is limited. Special organs pick up these tiny electrical signals, giving sharks an advantage in hunting. This ability makes sharks some of the most efficient predators in the ocean and demonstrates how animals have evolved specialized senses for survival. The ocean's mesopelagic zone is known as the twilight zone. Between depths where light begins to fade lies the ocean's mesopelagic zone, often called the twilight zone. Light here is very faint, not enough for photosynthesis, but still enough to create dim, ethereal lighting. Many creatures in this zone have large eyes adapted to the low light, and some produce their own light through bioluminescence to communicate, hunt, or camouflage themselves. This zone serves as an important transition between the sunlit surface and the dark, deep sea, supporting unique ecosystems adapted to limited light. Coral spawning often happens simultaneously across entire reefs once a year. Many coral species coordinate a spectacular event called coral spawning. During this time, corals release their eggs and sperm simultaneously into the water, often synchronized by lunar cycles and water temperature. This coordinated spawning increases the chances of successful fertilization and creates a gentle cloud of reproductive material visible from boats or above. This natural event is essential for coral reproduction and reef regeneration, ensuring the survival of these diverse and delicate ecosystems. The ocean's kelp forests provide habitat for thousands of species. Kelp forests are dense underwater areas filled with large seaweed called kelp. These forests create intricate three-dimensional habitats that provide shelter, food, and breeding grounds for thousands of marine species, from tiny invertebrates to large fish and sea mammals. Kelp forests also help protect coastlines by reducing wave energy. They grow rapidly in nutrient-rich, cool waters and play an important role in carbon absorption, making them vital both ecologically and environmentally. Some squid can use jet propulsion to escape predators at remarkable speeds. Certain squid species have developed a powerful escape mechanism called jet propulsion. By rapidly drawing water into their mantle cavity and forcefully expelling it through a funnel, squid can shoot backward at impressive speeds. This sudden burst of movement allows them to evade predators quickly and efficiently. Jet propulsion is a key survival strategy for squid in the open ocean, combining speed with agility to escape threats in their environment. The ocean's salt is primarily derived from volcanic activity and rock weathering. The saltiness of ocean water mainly comes from minerals washed into the sea over vast time spans. Two primary sources contribute. Volcanic activity releases gases and minerals into the atmosphere and oceans, while weathering of rocks on land dissolves minerals that rivers carry to the sea. These dissolved salts accumulate in ocean basins because water evaporates but leaves the minerals behind. The most common salt is sodium chloride, which gives seawater its characteristic salty taste. This process has been ongoing for eons, maintaining the ocean's salinity at levels vital for marine life. Many marine animals use Earth's magnetic field for navigation. Several marine species have the remarkable ability to sense Earth's magnetic field, helping them navigate vast ocean distances with precision. Sea turtles, salmon, whales, and some fish can detect magnetic cues to find breeding grounds, feeding areas, or migration routes. This natural magnetic compass allows them to travel thousands of kilometers across open water, often returning to the exact locations where they were born. Scientists are still studying how these animals detect magnetic fields, but it's clear that this sense plays a crucial role in their survival and reproduction. Some sea stars can regenerate entire bodies from a single arm. Sea stars possess incredible regenerative powers. If a sea star loses an arm due to injury or predation, it can regrow the lost limb. Remarkably, some species can regenerate an entire new body from just a single arm and part of the central disc, as long as vital tissue is present. This ability allows sea stars to survive challenges and maintain their populations. Regeneration involves intricate cellular processes that rebuild muscles, nerves, and skeleton, making sea stars a fascinating subject for biological. The ocean's plastic pollution can enter the food chain through tiny organisms. Plastic pollution in the ocean breaks down into tiny particles called microplastics, which are easily consumed by small organisms like plankton and filter feeders. These tiny creatures form the base of the ocean food chain, so when they consume microplastics, the pollutants begin moving up the food web. Fish, shellfish, and even larger predators can accumulate plastics through their diets, potentially impacting health and survival. This contamination raises concerns about ocean ecosystem health and the safety of seafood for human consumption, highlighting the urgent need to reduce plastic waste. Ocean acidification presents challenges for shell-building creatures like clams and crabs. As the ocean absorbs carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, its chemistry shifts, becoming more acidic. This acidification makes it harder for marine animals such as clams, crabs, oysters, and corals to build and maintain their calcium carbonate shells and skeletons. Acidic waters dissolve the minerals these creatures rely on, weakening shells and slowing growth. This poses serious concerns to marine ecosystems and fisheries that depend on shell-building species. Scientists are closely monitoring ocean chemistry changes to understand and address the long-term impacts of acidification. The ocean's surface layer is only a few meters thick, but crucial for life. The very top layer of the ocean, known as the surface mixed layer, is surprisingly thin, usually just a few meters deep, but it plays a vital role in supporting life. This layer absorbs sunlight, enabling photosynthesis by phytoplankton, which forms the foundation of the marine food web. It also acts as the main interface between the ocean and atmosphere, regulating gas exchanges like oxygen and carbon dioxide. Despite its thinness, this layer influences weather, climate, and the health of marine ecosystems worldwide, making it a critical zone for life in the ocean. Many marine mammals use complex vocalizations for communication. Marine mammals such as whales, dolphins, and seals communicate using sophisticated vocal sounds, including songs, clicks, whistles, and calls. These vocalizations can convey information about identity, location, readiness to mate, and social bonds. Some whale species produce haunting songs that can travel hundreds of miles underwater, allowing communication across vast distances. Researchers study these sounds to understand social structures and behaviors, as well as the impacts of noise pollution on marine mammal communication. The ocean contains underwater lakes and rivers with different chemistry. Beneath the ocean's surface, there exist unusual features known as underwater lakes and rivers. These are pools of water with different chemical compositions, often saltier or denser, trapped in depressions on the seafloor. Due to their higher density, these lakes and rivers do not mix easily with surrounding seawater and can flow along the ocean floor, creating unique habitats. Scientists have discovered such brine pools with extremely high salinity, hosting specialized organisms adapted to these challenging conditions, expanding our understanding of ocean diversity. The ocean's salt content has remained stable for vast periods of time. Despite continual input of minerals from rivers and volcanic activity, the overall salt content of the ocean has remained remarkably stable over immense time spans. This balance results from complex natural processes that remove salts, including the formation of mineral deposits and the activities of marine organisms that use salts in their shells and skeletons. This long-term stability in salinity is crucial for maintaining marine life adapted to specific salt concentrations, and it helps regulate ocean currents and climate patterns. Some fish can see ultraviolet light invisible to humans. Certain fish species have evolved the ability to perceive ultraviolet light, which is invisible to the human eye. This enhanced vision helps them detect prey, predators, and potential mates in ways that humans cannot. UV vision can improve contrast in water, especially in shallow sunlit areas, and may be used for communication through UV reflective markings on their bodies. This sensory adaptation provides these fish with an ecological advantage, illustrating the remarkable diversity of visual capabilities in the ocean. Whale songs can travel thousands of kilometers underwater. Whales produce complex songs and calls that can journey extraordinary distances through the ocean's depths. These sounds can carry thousands of kilometers, allowing whales to communicate across entire ocean basins. The songs serve various purposes, from mating calls to social bonding and navigation. The efficiency of sound transmission underwater enables these massive mammals to maintain contact in an environment where visibility is limited. Scientists study whale vocalizations to learn about their behaviors and populations, helping protect these majestic creatures. Ocean currents can influence the spread of pollutants and marine debris. Ocean currents act like giant conveyor belts that transport not only warmth and nutrients, but also pollutants and debris. Plastics, chemicals, and other waste materials can travel thousands of kilometers, carried by surface currents into remote areas like the middle of the Pacific Ocean, where they accumulate in massive patches. These currents can spread pollutants across international boundaries, making ocean pollution a global issue. Understanding currents helps scientists predict the movement of contaminants and develop strategies for mitigation. The ocean's largest predators, like great white sharks, have slow reproduction rates. Many of the ocean's top predators, including great white sharks, have surprisingly slow reproduction rates. These species often mature late, sometimes taking many years to reach adulthood, and produce relatively few offspring compared to other fish. This slow life cycle makes them vulnerable to overfishing and environmental changes, as populations take extended time to recover. Conservation efforts are crucial to protect these apex predators, which play vital roles in maintaining the balance of marine ecosystems. Sea cucumbers play a vital role in recycling nutrients on the ocean floor. Sea cucumbers may look simple and slow, but they play a crucial role in keeping the ocean floor healthy. These soft-bodied animals drift along the seabed, feeding on detritus, dead plant and animal material, and tiny organic particles in the sediment. As they consume this material, sea cucumbers break it down and release nutrient-rich waste that enriches the ocean floor. This recycling process helps maintain the balance of nutrients that support the growth of bacteria, algae, and other tiny organisms, which in turn sustain larger marine animals. In many ocean habitats, sea cucumbers are considered ecosystem engineers because their activity helps oxygenate the sediment and prevent the buildup of unwanted substances. Without them, the delicate web of ocean life on the seafloor could face challenges. The ocean's most potent creatures often use venom or toxins for defense. Some of the most formidable animals in the ocean don't rely on speed or size, but on powerful venoms and toxins to protect themselves or catch prey. Take the box jellyfish, for example. Its venom is among the most powerful in the world, capable of causing serious harm to humans within moments. The stonefish, often camouflaged against the ocean floor, delivers venom through sharp spines that can cause intense discomfort. Cone snails, which might look harmless, use a venomous harpoon to stun prey instantly. These creatures evolve their defenses over vast time spans, developing complex chemicals that target nervous systems. While formidable, scientists study these toxins carefully as they hold potential for creating new medicines, including painkillers and treatments for heart disease and other conditions. It's a reminder that even the ocean's most powerful creatures can inspire life-saving discoveries. Some marine plants can survive in extreme salinity conditions. Not all ocean plants grow in gentle saltwater conditions. Some species have adapted to survive in places where salt levels are extremely high, far beyond what most life can tolerate. In salt marshes and coastal lagoons, where evaporation leaves water highly saline, certain marine plants and algae have evolved specialized mechanisms to cope. These adaptations include cells that release excess salt or store it safely to avoid damage. For example, mangrove trees have intricate root systems that filter salt from seawater, allowing them to thrive in salty environments while protecting coastlines from erosion and storms. These salt-tolerant plants are essential for maintaining coastal ecosystems, providing habitat for fish and birds, and storing large amounts of carbon, which helps address climate change. Their resilience shows how life can flourish even in challenging conditions. The ocean's surface temperature has shifted over the past century. Over the last century, human activities like burning fossil fuels and deforestation have increased greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, causing global temperatures to rise. The ocean's surface temperature has also warmed meaningfully, with important consequences for marine life and global climate. Warmer waters can disrupt delicate ecosystems, especially coral reefs, which experience stress when temperatures exceed their tolerance. Fish and other animals may migrate toward cooler waters, altering food webs and fishing grounds. Additionally, warmer oceans can intensify storms and weather events, affecting patterns worldwide. Scientists track ocean temperature carefully because even small changes can ripple through marine and terrestrial ecosystems, influencing sea levels, biodiversity, and the health of the planet. Oceanic white-tip sharks are among the most curious species toward humans. Oceanic white-tip sharks are large, powerful predators found throughout tropical and subtropical oceans. They are recognized by the distinctive white tips on their fins and their curious, sometimes bold behavior around humans. These sharks have been known to investigate unfamiliar objects in the open ocean, including swimmers and divers. While they are confident predators, encounters with humans are rare due to their preference for deep, open waters far from shore. Understanding their behavior helps researchers develop better conservation strategies and promotes coexistence between humans and these magnificent ocean wanderers. The ocean floor is covered with sediment layers that tell Earth's history. The ocean floor is blanketed with layers of sediment that have accumulated over millions of years, creating a detailed record of Earth's past. These sediments contain tiny fossils, minerals, and chemical signatures that reveal information about ancient climates, volcanic eruptions, and shifts in sea levels. By studying sediment cores extracted from the ocean floor, scientists can reconstruct the history of our planet, including ice ages, mass extinctions, and the evolution of life. This underwater archive provides invaluable insights into how Earth's systems have changed over time and helps predict future environmental shifts. Some deep-sea fish have adapted to survive with minimal food. In the deep sea, where food is scarce and opportunities to eat are rare, certain fish have evolved remarkable adaptations to survive on minimal nourishment. These fish often have slow metabolisms, allowing them to conserve energy for extended periods between meals. Some species have expandable stomachs that can accommodate prey larger than themselves, ensuring they maximize every feeding opportunity. Others have developed bioluminescent lures to attract prey in the darkness. These adaptations demonstrate the incredible resilience and resourcefulness of life in one of Earth's most challenging environments. The ocean's bioluminescent organisms create spectacular light displays. Bioluminescence, the ability of living organisms to produce light, is widespread throughout the ocean and creates some of nature's most spectacular displays. From glowing plankton that light up shorelines to deep-sea jellyfish that pulse with ethereal colors, bioluminescence serves many purposes, including communication, camouflage, and attracting prey. The light is produced through chemical reactions within the organism's body, often involving a substance called luciferin. These natural light shows remind us of the ocean's magic and the extraordinary adaptations life has developed in the aquatic realm. Ocean trenches are formed by tectonic plate movements. Ocean trenches, the deepest parts of the ocean, are formed when one tectonic plate slides beneath another in a process called subduction. As the heavier oceanic plate descends into the Earth's mantle, it creates a deep, narrow depression in the ocean floor. These trenches are sites of intense geological activity, including earthquakes and volcanic eruptions. Despite the extreme conditions, trenches support unique ecosystems adapted to high pressure and darkness. Studying these formations helps scientists understand plate tectonics and the dynamic processes shaping our planet's surface. The ocean's gyres are massive circular current systems. Ocean gyres are large systems of circular currents formed by global wind patterns and the rotation of the Earth. There are 5 major gyres in the world's oceans, each spanning thousands of kilometers. These gyres play a crucial role in distributing heat and nutrients around the planet, influencing climate and supporting marine ecosystems. However, gyres also accumulate floating debris, including plastics, creating areas of concentrated pollution. Understanding how gyres function helps scientists address environmental challenges and predict climate patterns. Some marine bacteria can break down oil and other pollutants. Certain species of marine bacteria have evolved the remarkable ability to break down oil and other hydrocarbon pollutants. These microorganisms play a crucial role in cleaning up oil spills and naturally occurring oil seeps on the ocean floor. They consume the oil as food, converting it into less harmful substances through metabolic processes. Scientists study these bacteria to develop better methods for addressing marine pollution and restoring ecosystems affected by oil contamination. This natural cleanup process demonstrates the ocean's resilience and the importance of microbial life in maintaining environmental health. The ocean's seagrass meadows are important carbon sinks and nurseries. Seagrass meadows, underwater fields of flowering plants, are among the ocean's most productive ecosystems. These meadows provide critical habitat for countless marine species, serving as nurseries for fish and shelters for invertebrates. Seagrasses also play a vital role in carbon sequestration, storing carbon in their roots and the surrounding sediment at rates much higher than terrestrial forests. Additionally, they help stabilize the seafloor, improve water quality by filtering pollutants, and protect coastlines from erosion. Conservation of seagrass meadows is essential for maintaining marine biodiversity and combating climate change. Some octopuses can change color and texture to blend with their surroundings. Octopuses are masters of disguise, capable of changing their skin color and texture in moments to blend seamlessly with their environment. This remarkable ability is achieved through specialized skin cells called chromatophores, which contain pigments that can be expanded or contracted. Octopuses also have cells that reflect light and create iridescent effects. This camouflage serves multiple purposes, including avoiding predators, sneaking up on prey, and communicating with other octopuses. The speed and precision of their transformations showcase the sophistication of these intelligent invertebrates. The ocean's seamounts are underwater mountains that support diverse life. Seamounts are underwater mountains that rise from the ocean floor but do not reach the surface. There are thousands of seamounts scattered across the world's oceans, many of which remain unexplored. These geological features create unique habitats where currents bring nutrients upward, supporting rich communities of corals, fish, and other marine life. Seamounts serve as important feeding and breeding grounds for many species, including endangered ones. However, they are also vulnerable to damage from deep-sea fishing and mining activities, making their protection a conservation priority. Some fish produce antifreeze proteins to survive in polar waters. In the frigid waters of the Arctic and Antarctic, certain fish species have evolved remarkable adaptations to prevent their blood from freezing. These fish produce special antifreeze proteins that bind to ice crystals and prevent them from growing, allowing the fish to survive in temperatures below the normal freezing point of their body fluids. This adaptation enables them to thrive in environments where other fish cannot survive, demonstrating nature's incredible ingenuity in solving survival challenges. The ocean's Hadal zone is the deepest ocean zone below 6,000 meters. The Hadal Zone, named after Hades, the ancient realm of the underworld, encompasses the ocean's deepest trenches below 6,000 meters. This zone experiences crushing pressures, near freezing temperatures, and complete darkness. Despite these extreme conditions, life persists in the Hadal Zone, including specialized fish, amphipods, and microorganisms adapted to this harsh environment. Exploring the Hadal Zone requires advanced technology and provides insights into the limits of life on Earth and potentially on other worlds. Ocean acidification affects marine food webs from bottom to top. Ocean acidification doesn't just impact individual species, it affects entire marine food webs. When tiny organisms like pteropods, small sea snails with delicate shells, struggle to build and maintain their shells in acidic waters, the effects ripple upward. These creatures are important food sources for fish, seabirds, and whales. If their populations decline due to acidification, it can disrupt the entire ecosystem, affecting species at all levels. Understanding these interconnections is crucial for predicting and mitigating the impacts of ocean acidification on marine life and the communities that depend on healthy oceans. The ocean's salps are gelatinous creatures that play a role in carbon cycling. Salps are barrel-shaped, gelatinous animals that drift through the ocean, feeding on phytoplankton by filtering water through their bodies. Despite their simple appearance, salps play an important role in the ocean's carbon cycle. They consume large amounts of phytoplankton and produce dense fecal pellets that sink quickly to the ocean floor, transporting carbon to the deep sea where it can be stored for extended periods. This process, known as the biological pump, helps regulate atmospheric carbon dioxide levels and influences global climate. Some marine worms live near hydrothermal vents without digestive systems. Giant tube worms, found near hydrothermal vents, are among the most unusual creatures in the ocean. These worms can grow several meters long, yet have no mouth, stomach, or digestive system. Instead, they rely on symbiotic bacteria living inside their bodies to convert chemicals from the vent fluids into nutrients. The worms absorb these nutrients directly from the bacteria, demonstrating a remarkable partnership between two very different forms of life. This relationship shows how life can adapt to even the most extreme environments. The ocean's dead zones have been expanding in recent decades. Dead zones, areas of the ocean with severely depleted oxygen levels, have been growing in size and number over recent decades. These zones are primarily caused by nutrient pollution from agricultural runoff and sewage, which triggers excessive algae growth. When the algae die and decompose, they consume oxygen, creating conditions where most marine life cannot survive. The expansion of dead zones threatens fisheries, biodiversity, and coastal economies. Addressing this issue requires reducing nutrient pollution and improving water management practices. Some crabs undertake mass migrations across islands. Certain crab species, such as the Christmas Island red crab, undertake spectacular mass migrations involving millions of individuals. These crabs live in forests, but must return to the ocean to breed. During migration season, they march across the island in vast numbers, creating a striking natural phenomenon. Roads are sometimes closed to allow the crabs safe passage, and special crab bridges have been built to help them cross safely. These migrations are essential for the crab's reproduction and play an important role in the island's ecosystem. The ocean's brine pools are underwater lakes of super salty water. Brine pools are fascinating features on the ocean floor where extremely salty water collects in depressions, creating underwater lakes with distinct boundaries. These pools form when salt deposits beneath the seafloor dissolve and seep upward, creating water that is several times saltier than normal seawater. The high salinity makes the brine denser, so it doesn't mix with the surrounding ocean water. Some brine pools are toxic to most marine life, but specialized bacteria and other extremophiles thrive in these harsh conditions, offering insights into life's adaptability. Some dolphins use tools to hunt for food. Certain dolphin populations have developed the remarkable behavior of using tools to aid in hunting. In Shark Bay, Australia, some dolphins place marine sponges on their beaks to protect themselves while foraging on the rocky seafloor. This behavior, known as sponging, is passed down from mothers to their offspring, representing a form of cultural transmission. Tool use in dolphins demonstrates their intelligence and problem-solving abilities, placing them among the select group of animals known to use tools in the wild. The ocean's oxygen minimum zones are expanding due to warming. Oxygen minimum zones are regions of the ocean where oxygen concentrations are naturally low due to the decomposition of organic matter and limited water circulation. However, these zones are expanding and intensifying as ocean temperatures rise. Warmer water holds less oxygen, and increased stratification reduces the mixing of oxygen-rich surface water with deeper layers. The expansion of oxygen minimum zones threatens marine life, particularly species that cannot tolerate low oxygen levels, and could lead to significant shifts in ocean ecosystems. Some sea turtles can hold their breath for several hours. Sea turtles are remarkable breath holders, capable of remaining underwater for extended periods while resting or sleeping. Some species can stay submerged for several hours by slowing their heart rate and metabolism to conserve oxygen. When active and swimming, they need to surface more frequently to breathe, but their ability to remain underwater for long periods helps them avoid predators and conserve energy during long migrations. This adaptation is essential for their survival in the open ocean. The ocean's microbial mat communities are among the oldest ecosystems. Microbial mats, layered communities of microorganisms, are among the oldest known ecosystems on Earth, with fossil evidence dating back over 3 billion years. These mats form when bacteria and other microorganisms grow in dense layers, often in shallow water or extreme environments. Microbial mats played a crucial role in Earth's early history, producing oxygen through photosynthesis and shaping the planet's atmosphere. Today, they continue to thrive in various marine environments, from tropical lagoons to Antarctic lakes, providing insights into the origins of life. Some fish can walk on land using their fins. Certain fish species, like mudskippers, have evolved the remarkable ability to move across land using their fins. These fish live in intertidal zones where they are exposed to air during low tide. Mudskippers use their strong pectoral fins to walk across mudflats and even climb roots and rocks. They can breathe through their skin and the lining of their mouth and throat, allowing them to survive out of water for extended periods. This adaptation represents an evolutionary link between aquatic and terrestrial life. The ocean's blue color comes from the way water absorbs light. The ocean appears blue because water absorbs colors in the red part of the light spectrum more strongly than colors in the blue part. When sunlight enters the ocean, red, orange, yellow, and green wavelengths are absorbed more quickly, while blue light is scattered and reflected back to our eyes. This is why the ocean looks blue, especially in clear, deep water. In coastal areas, the water may appear green or brown due to suspended sediments, algae, or dissolved organic matter that change how light is absorbed and reflected. Some jellyfish blooms can be massive and disrupt ecosystems. Jellyfish blooms, sudden increases in jellyfish populations, can be so large that they affect entire marine ecosystems and human activities. These blooms can clog fishing nets, sting swimmers, and even shut down power plants by blocking cooling water intake pipes. Scientists believe that factors such as overfishing, which removes jellyfish predators, warming waters, and pollution may be contributing to more frequent and larger blooms. Understanding the causes and effects of jellyfish blooms is important for managing marine resources and protecting coastal communities. The ocean's deep scattering layer is a dense concentration of marine life. The deep scattering layer is a zone in the ocean, typically between 200 and 1,000 meters deep, where a dense concentration of marine organisms creates a layer that reflects sonar signals. This layer is composed of countless small fish, squid, jellyfish, and crustaceans. Each night, these organisms migrate upward toward the surface to feed, then return to deeper waters during the day to avoid predators. This daily vertical migration is one of the largest movements of biomass on Earth and plays a crucial role in transferring nutrients and energy between ocean layers. Some rays can generate electric shocks to stun prey. Electric rays possess specialized organs that can generate powerful electric shocks, which they use to stun prey and defend against predators. These organs are made up of modified muscle cells called electrocytes that can discharge electricity when triggered. The strength of the shock varies by species, with some capable of producing discharges strong enough to stun a human. This remarkable adaptation allows electric rays to be effective predators despite their relatively slow swimming speed. The ocean's sound channel allows sounds to travel vast distances. The ocean contains a layer known as the SOFAR channel, where sound waves can travel thousands of kilometers with minimal loss of energy. This channel exists at depths where the combination of temperature and pressure creates ideal conditions for sound transmission. Whales and other marine mammals may use this channel to communicate across entire ocean basins. Scientists also use the SOFAR channel to study ocean properties and monitor underwater seismic activity. Understanding how sound travels in the ocean is important for studying marine life and managing human impacts like noise pollution. The ocean holds countless mysteries waiting to be discovered. As we drift toward the gentle embrace of sleep, we're reminded that the ocean remains one of Earth's greatest mysteries. Beneath its tranquil surface lies a world we've only begun to explore, filled with creatures we've yet to meet and phenomena we've yet to understand. Each wave that rolls across the sea carries stories of ancient times and whispers of futures yet to come. The ocean teaches us patience, wonder, and humility, reminding us that there is always more to learn, more to discover, more to protect. As you settle into rest tonight, may the peaceful rhythm of the ocean's tides carry you gently into dreams, where the mysteries of the deep continue to unfold in the quiet spaces of your imagination. Sleep well, knowing that the ocean's wonders will be there tomorrow, waiting to inspire and amaze us once again. Rest now and let the gentle currents of sleep carry you away,